Hi everybody, I'm Laurie from Laurie's Mechanical Marvels, and welcome to the Monday Club.
It's Monday, it's 7 p.m, and the Bronx are fueled. It's time for the Monday Club, featuring your host, Jennifer Kirk, with the help of Stubborn Monkey and a wizard called Gandalf. Featuring the sounds of the Classified Symphony Orchestra and the musical stylings of Gordon the Music Maestro. Let's get ready to loco!
Hello!
A big hello to you. It's so great to see you, and I hope I find you well. I'm Jenny Kirk, and this is the Monday Club.
Is it? My goodness.
Well-
I thought it was Friday.
Well, could be, I suppose, somewhere. Anyway, Ruben Ashwell, big hello to you. Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Rick Morley, Oswestry Road, TMD, Patrick Ling, Leslie Gilpin Railways, Wamgok, Heritage Road, Egg Rider, Flymo Chairman 1, Wiven Model Railway, Worthington Model Railway, Dion Williston, Trains Kits etc., Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase, Mousehole Rail, Wamgok, Busby Junction, Harry Sedgwick, Adi Pullen, great to see you, Jennifer Horton. Oh, look at the speed it's going at. There's people there going.
Increase speed!
Oh, hold on, I've got a sound effect for that. There we go. Big hello to Francis Alexandra, Blackpool Steve, David, It's My Model Railway, Francis Alexander, SHGP Media, James Pets, we do approve, Timber Surf, Tail Lamp, B2000 RO Toys Channel says, evening Jenny and Zoe, I've been out into my grandparents' garden to play with Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle. They've had difficulties on the tracks, but I don't know why. Any ideas why? It could be a bit of frost upheaval, perhaps, from over the winter. Just makes tracks move a little bit of subsidence as well. Big hello to 57305, Northern Princess, Clive and Gage, and Sarah Davis, Cameron Patterson. Gamehammer Classic Gaming says 10 print, Gronked up, go do 10. Ralph Davey says, good evening, everyone. Hi from South Africa, enjoy the show. So, what have we got for you today? We're going to be talking a little bit about local model shops that you recommend. Places where you get excellent service, where the prices are great, or maybe they do amazing mail order, or perhaps have incredible second-hand bargains. But before that, do we have a sponsor?
We have a sponsor.
Do we?
We
Do we have a
We
sponsor?
do, watch.
The Monday Club comes in association with Roca Prototype Models, where detail, accuracy and value for money go hand in hand. With their debut model of SafePack auto racks wowing model railroaders alike, now is your chance to order these in road names and configurations to accurately reproduce auto rack workings from 1974 to the present day on your model railroad. Order today from rocamodels.com and see the full range for yourself. So there we go. Roca Prototype Models, certainly if anybody is a US outline modeler, then they have some great items of rolling stock with a range that is increasing all the time. And as always, we thank them for their support of the Monday Club.
Absolutely.
So, looking down the list, Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase says, saw the Mega Gronk yesterday. It does exist. This is a G-scale Gronk. I didn't see that picture. Warbler Productions, great to see you in as well. Great to hang out on Saturday. We were over at Statfold Barn. And there's a lot of people, Langton Road says Tony's Trains. There was a few other that have gone off the top as well. B2000 Euro Toys Channel says closest model shop I can go to is Case Loco. I've had some help with 009 narrow gauge modelling from there, and that's always really good, is if they can give you help and advice as well. Always makes the hobby a lot easier. Perhaps even introduce you to new products that improve your modelling skills. The Growler Blackwood N-Gauge layouts are C&M models in Carlisle, highly recommended. Hopefully heading down to visit this weekend. Yeah, I have heard of C&M models, never actually visited there.
Are they related to CNA?
No. Russell Benton says, don't have a local model shop these days, nothing in Glasgow. Gosh, yeah, I mean, last time I knew of a model shop in Glasgow, it was probably the Model Zone, before the Model Zone empire went bust.
And that is a good reason to support your local shop.
Absolutely.
Because once it's gone, it's not coming back.
Rainbow Railways Linlithgow is probably the closest.
We have something that needs to be said here. Because Richard Swiderski said, where's it gone? Sorry for being late. Gandalf is currently stuffing his face with cheese.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Oh, thanks, Gandalf. Oh gosh, I got splattered with Edam then. Yes, it's like it's amazing how much cheese he can pack into those chops. Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase says C&M models have popped in there a few times. Tim Maslin says, hello everyone, went to Rails of Sheffield last week, got a class 90 after part exchanging old stock, very pleased, and what a nice bunch of people that work there. Absolutely, and let's obviously not forget some of the bigger ones, but also a lot of the smaller ones as well. Charlie Chimp says Trident Trains in Dagfields, Cheshire is a nice small shop, but my favourite for bargains is Chester Model Centre. Now, I remember going into the Chester Model Centre when it was a Model Zone. I think it was the Chester Model Centre before Model Zone. Then it got bought out by Model Zone. Then Model Zone went bust. And it may even be the original owners who bought back the shop, as it were. Oh my word. Sarah Davis says, Nuffy Models parents have opened up a new cafe train shop right up in Scotland. So I did see that post, actually. I did.
It's good to see new ones arriving.
Absolutely. Sadly, the hobby is sometimes does suffer a bit, and we've seen a few that have closed down.
Yeah.
Awesome Bricks asks, is Past Times Models in Glasgow still on the go? Not sure. I normally rely on a lot of you guys to tell me what places there are out there. Heritage says, recommend footplate in Kidderminster. It's just down the road from the Severn Valley Railway Station. And John JMC says, evening all, hope you're all well and enjoyed stand. Absolutely. And your Quarry Hunslets, which have the cabless Quarry Hunslets, that's what makes it all the more amazing. The cabless Quarry Hunslets with sound and stay alives in, and when you look at them it's like, but there's no cab to hide that in, but you managed it.
I was amazed by those.
That was quite impressive.
That was something special.
And if anybody's not seen those, I think there are videos online of these things running, and it's incredible. I think John JMC, the king of sound, because there is nothing that he cannot fit sound into. Basically, if he can't fit sound into it, it ain't worth having.
I want to see a Hornby Stevenson's rocket with sound in.
Oh, I'm sure if you look at that guy,
he'll get some kind of tiny tubular sound
some kind of
speaker and shove it in the pipes.
So if you get a tiny tubular speaker, would that make it totally tubular,
Totally
man?
tubular,
Totally
dude.
tubular, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big hello to J94. Great to see you.
What a we
and Sarah Davis as well, the Hobby Goblin. It's in, I want to say Burslem, but it's on the Stoke-on-Trent way. Is it Tunstall? I have been there a long time ago. In fact, I can even remember what I bought. I bought second-hand and a pristine, just like it was new, Hornby 00 City of London, which I do still have. James Pett says, albeit wonder whether anyone could fit sound in an N-gauge pump trolley. But does it function? I think that's probably the thing. Larry Rogers has found a Lionel scrapyard accessory over the weekend at a price I could afford. Should arrive this week, and then I get to figure out where to place it on the layout.
I recommend on the tracks.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it might be quite interesting. And Awesome Brick says, shame. I love Pastime Stand at the Glasgow show. I presume that means that they've closed down. I must have missed the comment. The AD Pullen recommends the Tutbury Ginny. Actually, yeah, there's another one I've heard a lot of good things about. Raymond Legg says Plaza Japan has a massive N-scale selection. Tim's Model Railway in different videos says Nosworth Dar. Never when you're heavy.
You've got no idea what you're saying.
I do actually, but it's like not really relevant. Russell Benton says Uddingston Model Centre, very small, mainly kits, does have some railways and second hand, but not much. And see, for me,
I have an idea. While we're talking,
are you going to find the website?
No, I am going to put together.
Oh, a tumble of clowns.
Well, no. What I was actually going to do is put together. We had a very, very generous donation of a station building.
There's a lot of clowns.
So I was thinking I'll put that together.
Oh yes, yes.
Hey.
And there's always a straggler, one of which has a trombone. AH says we used to have an excellent model shop in Bristol that closed down about 30 years ago. It was Max Williams. Can any Bristolians of a certain age remember the shop? See, I remember when Bolton, so the sort of the larger Bolton area, had at least 3 that I can think of. And now there's just Nuffies hanging on in there. Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Carnforth Models, Arcadia in Rochdale, Pennine Models, X of Haworth. Yeah, Pennine Models, actually I've got, I'm just looking around now, it's not out at the moment. I got their Shunters Match truck that they did as a special commission when the Conflat A's first came out in the branch line range from Bachmann. Big hello to Wardle Road, says evening all. The Colne Valley Railway has a model shop worth a visit. And yeah, a lot of these preserved railways do have model shops. In fact, the one at Bury, there's 2, because there's also sometimes you get preservation groups as well. And I really like the one that's tucked away down in sort of what would have been platform 4. Actually, I think originally it was platform 1, but the rather truncated bay platform. There's a Gov in there, and in that Gov they've got a shop. I think it's for something like the Standard Class 4 group, something like that. But they actually do have some really great deals and bargains.
Yeah, I've been in there myself, and it's always like, ooh, there's a lot more in here than you'd expect.
Yeah, and SHGP Media, Great Eastern Models in Norwich. It's a bit of a drive for me, but they have a great setup, absolutely. And Great Eastern Models as well, very active on social media. And it's not just about buy our stuff, buy our stuff. They have a lot of fun interaction, community building stuff as well. So always great to see. And
so this is what I'm building today, the 00/HO mainline railway station, which looks amazing.
And this was donated by Gordon Aitken. And
yes.
Really grateful for that.
Thank you very much.
You'll also see the we've got the I think it's a 16XX somewhere behind me. I don't know if we go to the Jablite Mountain cam.
I'll bring it up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Sometimes these cameras take a little cajoling.
They need a bit of a warming up. Anyway, so
a bit of a slap.
at some point on the top level, you'll see this one go past. I think it's the Rapido 16XX, and that was very, very kindly sent in by Bo Minnick, and we'll be doing a full video on that. It's the second Rapido 00 locomotive that I've got in my collection. Really, really grateful that he sent me that all the way from the US. Putting it through Royal Fail Customs.
Oh, customs were... They were bogus with us.
The computer says no,
Yeah,
even though we know you've paid.
The computer says you haven't paid, but they have paid.
Yeah, and they could prove that we'd paid, but because the computer said no and hasn't actually allocated it to your item, we can see you've paid us that amount, but we're not going to release your item. And
Yeah,
it took...
One of the people actually said, well, can you not just pay again?
Yeah, and it's like
no, I can't just pay again.
It reminds me, there's that comic that we did with the lead hacker who hacked into the call centre drone's computer and went, so what does it say now? I'm sorry, sir. My computer says I have to go and jump off a cliff. I'll hand you over to my colleague.
Yeah. Sometimes I think, to be honest with you, some people just use the computer says no thing
To
as an
not
excuse
do anything.
not to think.
Yeah, basically.
It's very annoying.
Excuse me. So, Iron Horse Railways, great to see you. Iron Horse Railways is actually demolishing his layout at the moment, which is always a bit of a scary thing to do.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times actually in my life, and
You've always been scared of it.
yeah, it's a big step to actually demolish something that you've put a lot of effort into. Trinity Road, though, I didn't find too bad. And actually, Grove Street Yard was saved from that ignominious fate because Warbler Productions
That's big
bought it.
words.
Ignominious.
Yes.
Yeah, as opposed to, you might be familiar with ignoramus.
Oh, this is interesting. This must be an older one
Might be, why?
because the instructions aren't as clear.
Funnily enough, actually, Metcalf Models are discontinuing a few of their kits, which apparently, ones that have been slow sellers where the tooling is in need of replacement for the die cutting, they've decided to discontinue because they got too much in the range.
I can't blame them. They have a lot of options.
And what's interesting, actually, I mean, there's a few of the Metcalf card kits which have been discontinued for an awfully long time. And I must admit that the brewery kit, the original brewery kit, I did once build one, and I think parts of it have ended up on Grove Street Yard, but it went out of production, and I've seen sometimes the kits unbuilt go for silly money on eBay. Warbler Productions says, Jen, I got some lights for Grove Street Yard as well as a simulated oil can with fire in it, adding an extra element. There's some great stuff. Actually, we did a video on the scale model scenery. That's it. Scale model scenery. For some reason, I kept on wanting to say cereal. What do you need? I've got a drawer full of tools.
Yes, I would like the yes,
That,
thank you,
yes.
and the cutting desk, please.
Oh, the cutting mat. Right, the cutting mat. Right, the manky side is for you to make a mess
Yes,
of.
I know it is.
The
That's why I use
clean
it.
side
The clean side's what
is
you use
it's
in
what I
videos.
use for filming, so that it actually looks nice
That's
when
the
I film.
Yes, the other side's the production.
You
side.
guys may think, oh, they just look crap together. But actually, we do put a lot of effort in. It's not always easy. Yeah, Wamgok says, I've got the original brewery kit in N. Yeah, they did it in N as well. Excuse me. Ralph Davies says, just noticed the GG1. Awesome. Boom. Yeah, and actually, if I try and find it, where's it gone? GG1, listen to this.
Jenny.
I love that. It's like a barge, isn't it? It's got a lovely horn. So, Iron Horse Railway says Cyber Lorry is a lovely chap. Me and Jen hung up with him a few times at Worley and Doncaster. Sound chap. Absolutely. Raymond Legg says cheese theft is banned in Russia. I think cheese theft is banned in most places, I think you'll find. On
pinching
account of
people's
it being
cheese.
theft.
Pinching a guy's cheese, that's just not on, man.
Throw the cheese!
Cutting the cheese is also banned in many respectable establishments.
Yes, here though, whenever
You
we
do
have...
it all the time.
No.
Oh, yes, yes, you very much do. And you love it.
Oh! Iron Horse Railway says, here come the comments about my backside.
No, we wouldn't do that to you.
The Growler Blackwood Engage layout says, I do love a bit of horn. Yeah, Worthington Model Railway says, I've looked for original brewery kits, but they are stupid money on eBay. Yeah, it's one of those things that I must say that I'm surprised, because it was one that predated the die cutting. So now all the pieces are die cut. So you just sort of pop them out, and it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But the original brewery kit that I built, you had to actually physically cut it out with a sharp knife,
Oh my goodness.
including all the windows, which was a real drag.
Yeah, I can imagine that was
Yeah.
a bit of a...
Anyway, it's a
mess.
nice enough kit, and I'm looking around. Yeah, there is one piece. I don't know if it'll show up. If I change to this camera angle,
And I turn that camera on.
yeah, give it a nudge.
It's alright, I'm just nudging it now.
I don't think you'll be able to see it. No, it's right up in the top right corner.
Give me 1 second.
No.
It's okay, I can tilt it up a little bit.
Actually, it does need to be tilted up a little bit. So just mind yourselves, it's going to go a bit rocky. So, down, tilt to the right, tilt, pivot, pivot. Now that we ain't getting anywhere, just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
How's that?
Just too far up, pivot it down. Now, sorry about this. Like a lot of people going, oh, I'm getting motion.
How's that?
That's good. Right, leave it alone. Walk away, creep away. But no, you can't see it. It's actually
All that trouble and you still can't see it?
that big 4-story mill over in the corner. Behind it is my last remaining piece of the brewery.
How are
kit.
they supposed to see behind that?
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you, but oh no. I'm just looking around actually, seeing whether anything else made it out in one piece. I think most of it just got scrapped.
That's a shame.
Jerry BVR says left a bit, right a bit, fire!
Although I do like the way that we've just gone, oh yeah, I've got one of these rare things, but you can't see it. It's like, yeah,
Good.
I could do that amazing stunt, just not while you're watching.
Gordon McIlroy says reaches for the sick pack. It's like, and Richard
Sorry.
Swiderski says earthquake cam.
Sorry.
Yeah, Harry Sedgwick, Pennsylvania Railroad Class GG1 streamlined electric locomotive introduced in 1934, 139 built, and no 16 were apparently preserved, so I've been told, unless there's a misprint on Wikipedia. I was looking them up earlier today, actually. But 2 of them are rock boxes. They're at, is it Cooperstown? And I've seen them on YouTube, and they're pretty much like totally scrapped.
So they're not totally stringing or totally tubular.
No. Warbler Production says, to me, to you, to you, to me, to me, to you. Wamgok says, I have an N-gauge layout Cotley Brewery with both old and new kits. The new one's quite nice, actually. In fact, actually, there's a big chunk of the new one Les has used in the back scene over there, but I don't see any evidence of the old one. I'm just looking along. I can't remember actually whether that engine house down there actually with the chimney.
The giant chimney does look like it's from something else.
I think that could be from the brewery, but I'm not sure. It's so long ago, you know. Anyway, people were asking quite a while ago now, because I've been gassing on, about did I pick up any bargains when I was at Statfold Barn. And this is a bit on the subject.
You told me you didn't.
Officially, I did not spend any money apart from on Zoe. Unofficially, however, I did buy... Actually, I bought this. I didn't buy an awful lot. I was remarkably restrained on account of us needing to invest in a new central heating system, which thoughtlessly broke down before the winter. But luckily, we do have a log-burning stove, and it was a mild winter, and that did help, so we got through. And also, it's a combi boiler, and the heating side is broken, but the hot water side still seems to be clinging on for dear life. So it's not like we're bereft of hot water. But I got this staff coach. This is actually a QTV staff coach, one of the southern newspaper carrying utility vans. And this is in the olive green. I just saw it, and I do already have one. In fact, I think I've got two. One in rail blue and one in factory weathered rail blue. But I thought that this would go quite well with my crane. I've got a Bachmann crane, which I got in the TMC sale. Now
Do
there's
you have any other birds?
Zoe.
Do you have any other birds, I said?
Zoe.
Yes.
What begins with come here and ends in ow?
Most of our conversations.
Right, okay, well hold on. I think I have got... there you go. There you go.
Leave me alone. Oh, that's come off.
Whoa. Won't work twice.
No, it won't.
Marin49 says, I've hit the like. Absolutely, don't
Thank
forget
you.
to tickle that like button and share the stream as well. If you haven't already done so, do please subscribe and tell your friends to as well, because we're only something like 60 people off 20,000 subscribers.
Yes, we're on the march to 20,000.
Boom! Actually, we're on the march to 100,000 because I really want the plaque. But, yeah, we're 1/5 of the way, nearly.
Getting there. It's only taken 10 years.
John JMC says, I got a Lilliput HOE 040D11 for £50. Love it. Makes our 009 collection up to 12 locos now. Absolutely. It's 009 is infectious, isn't it? It's one of those things where I find myself keeping on buying stuff. Now, interestingly enough, we did talk a lot last week about Bluetooth, so my knee just popped. I'm not going to talk too much tonight about it, but the Hornby Bluetooth going from strength to strength. I think there's some new profiles which are imminent, sound profiles. They are building those up. Selling really, really well, and certainly one of the retailers that we've been trying to support on that Arcadia models in Shaw, we've been directing people to buy the Hornby Bluetooth stuff. But I know that somebody online was moaning because they said, oh, they don't fit in most Next 18 models, but they fit in Hornby's Next 18 models, and that's kind of the point. And as it was pointed out by Hornby, it's like, is it really our fault if it doesn't fit a competitor's logo? Fits ours just fine. But a lot of that is down to the Bluetooth aerial. They will get smaller, but there's obviously very difficult to get hold of certain small components these days due to global supply and demand. So the chips will get smaller in later generations, but hey, but one of the things...
aerial, however, probably won't, because you need a long-ish aerial just to get the Bluetooth.
You can get an integrated thingamajig.
I suppose you could run it round the circuit.
Yeah. At the moment they're using an old-fashioned type aerial, but there's ways and means they just couldn't get the components. So I'm led to believe.
Speaking of Hornby, though,
but
I did send you some stuff.
I know you did, but I'm still talking about one thing. So,
go on.
What was I talking about?
Bluetooth.
Oh yeah.
Someone had blue teeth.
Yes. But what I'm going to be doing is Hornby very kindly sending me a Next 18 version of the Bluetooth decoder, which I'm going to be working my way through every Next 18 socketed locomotive that I can lay my hands on, and I'm going to try and produce a video where I just basically show you which locomotives it fits in.
That'll be interesting.
Raymond Legg says the BT Bluetooth chip may fit in a large loco like a DD40X. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've had them down to the Hornby 61XX Prairie tank. I've managed to fit one in there, and it wasn't difficult. The only thing that was a bit tricky was the speaker enclosure. I couldn't use any of the speaker enclosures, so it's very quiet, and I will revisit that at some point. And possibly just make my own speaker enclosure to fit the space. Wiven Model Railway says the Bluetooth decoders had the Hornby knockers out in force. Yeah, but he didn't read the manual. And there's a bit in the video where he's moaning about something and he actually goes past the prompt telling him specifically to do something, which if he'd have read the manual, he would have known about. So he
Oh dear.
even filmed himself not paying attention to the manual.
I'm sorry, but you can't do that because people will notice.
Mac Navi says probably it doesn't fit in one. The Hornby Next 18 really are oversized. Yeah, they do fit in their TT stuff. I think they specifically made sure that they fit in the TT range because that would be embarrassing if they didn't. But one of the things that I'm going to look to do is just see what I can get it to fit into. Because I do have quite a lot of Next 18 decoder socketed locos. So like the new Sonic models A5 is one. There's the Bachmann Webb coal tank. The 16XX that's doing the rounds. The Pannier tank, that's a Next 18.
Next 18 seems to have become basically the standard.
The standard for smaller locomotives. The Rapido N-Gauge Class 28s, they have Next 18 sockets. And actually, the 16XX and ironically the N-Gauge Class 28 look like they might actually fit in those. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, is that a new Class 25, Jenny? A Sutton's Loco Works one, perhaps? No, these are... that one's a Hellion. Then those two are Bachmann. Those two are Bachmann. And yeah, so all the others are Bachmann. That one is a Hellion. And that's actually the Somerset Andy Class 47. They very kindly sent us. And as always, Somerset Andy, very, very sorely missed.
He really is.
Absolutely. His generosity to a great many of us YouTubers was immense. It wasn't just to me, but he was incredibly generous to so many people.
I was very shocked the other day because I got a friend request from him.
Hey, what?
And it turns out he sent it years ago.
So it's just basically in the list.
Facebook only told me about it last month.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame. It's like, dude, come on. So if any of you guys have sent me friend requests and I haven't responded, it's probably because Facebook hasn't told me.
I must admit, I tend to be very picky about accepting friends' requests.
These days I am as well, but
because what you've got to remember is that my Facebook, when people send these to my personal Facebook account, that's the same one that that I keep in touch with, like my mum and my sisters on. So
yeah,
it's locked right down.
Yeah, you don't want them to know what you're doing.
It's not like LiveJournal though. Like, oh, do you remember the good old days of anonymity and LiveJournal?
LiveJournal was great until it got bought out.
Yeah,
but that's true of most things, isn't it?
But the thing was, we were just nobodies. We were young nobodies back then. So we used to talk about all sorts of angsty, angst warrior stuff on there.
Well, yeah, that's LiveJournal. That's what it was about.
Yeah,
angst warriors and drama.
Yeah, drama queens. The drama llama has arrived. Right, let's change the camera angle.
I don't know how to do a llama voice.
Neither do I actually. I'm not sure what they sound like. Probably like, "Woe is me."
Probably less like a clown horn than you would expect.
Oh, here comes the drama llamas.
Oh dear.
Right, and a straggler. Richard Swiderski says Hornby Next 18 decoder fits in the Hornby Lion loco and works well. Interesting. I wonder, are they going to do a sound profile for that? I did notice a few missing numbers in the number series of SKUs. There's at least 4 which have not been announced, but the numbers have been missed out.
Speaking of Hornby and announcements,
yes.
Do you want to talk about the stuff that I sent you?
What did you send me?
I sent you a load of stuff about TT120.
What about it?
Fine, I will do it myself. So guys, we've got some news about some upcoming releases for TT120. And if I can bring it up on screen, I will. Where's my buttons? Here are my buttons.
Okay, so are we going to make the big screen bigger?
Yes, but not until I've finished.
Okay, well, but they don't want to see all your...
They don't want to see all my e-buy gums.
What's that?
All the random stuff that people sign me up to.
How have you got all of the comment things for my YouTube
I haven't. That's your YouTube channel's emails.
Oh, right, okay. That'd be why I never see them. So I have an email address with this thing?
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
Of course you do, babe. Okay, here we are.
Right. Oh God.
This is the TT120 club.
So this is in stock and arriving soon. So we have got. Do I need to press a button here to make?
Yes.
Okay. So
So if you press that, and it comes up on screen. So here we are.
Mhm.
So here's. Zoe, great news. The following TT120 items are in stock and available to order now.
So we've got a new release, the BR-A3, a 60078 Nighthawk, A4 Mallard, because obviously it's going to be a Mallard if there's an A4. Excuse me. And then A4 class 60025 Falcon.
Yes.
Which I must admit caught my eye. I do love an A4, and I'm not aware of that having had a super detail release in 00, that particular one. Certainly not in the BR livery.
So we've got trees and scenic bundles coming as well. They're really going all in to make sure you can put things in.
Can I just say,
But this bit, I had to laugh.
What?
Someone's been down to Tesco and got a load of stuff printed.
Yeah. It's like, no, it's like what's that merchandise thing where you can basically get like
Cafe press and all that.
Yeah, so somebody's had 10 minutes alone with Cafe Press there.
And then what we also have is all of these.
And right, so we've also got Silver King. It's the Hornby 00 livery. Great move, but what I would like to say, Hornby, why, oh why are we not getting Silver King in BR Early Crest Green in 00? It's a nostalgia fest. That was so many people's first A4 in Hornby 00. Anyway, right, let's go back to
Yep,
pressing.
that's all of them. So yeah.
Yeah. So, where are we? So, Francis Alexander is having to head off. So, look, you take care and thank you for joining us. Don't forget, if there's any that you miss of the Monday Club, you can watch us on
TT120 underpants next, says Trades Kids. Love it.
Absolutely.
My pants are directly to
Can I just say that Simon Kohler may well be watching this and making notes.
Well, if he is, that's hilarious.
It's like TT120 underpants. It's like, make it so, make it happen. I'm an ideas person, you here to make this happen. So yes, maybe they already exist. Maybe Simon sat there going, how do they know what I'm wearing? Iron Horse Railway says, my underpants are G scale.
Oh dear.
Apparently Raymond Legg says your browser is in incognito mode. What does that mean?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, well, we saw it on that screen over there. We've got two screens, you see, so we can see what's actually going through the thingy.
My browser shouldn't be in incognito mode. I never use it. I have no need to use incognito mode. Jen knows what kind of stuff I buy.
Marin49 says, I did see 60078 Nighthawk when it was running, according to my summer 1962 combined volume. And James Pett says, I approve of TT120 underpants.
Simon Kohler, if you're watching, and I'm sure you are, it looks like you've missed a trick.
Jennifer Horton says, don't forget the knickers too, Simon.
But make sure they're to scale.
Whamgok suggests, why not Monday Club undies? Gronk it up, gronk it up, gronk it up. Not a cult.
Don't get her started, guys.
Absolutely.
She won't stop.
Mel's, big hello to you. It's g'day, everyone from Australia.
Hello.
G'day to you. Sarah Davis says, private browsing, reporting for duty.
I did love that.
Yes, private browsing, reporting for duty, along with corporal punishment, general mayhem, and major calamity.
I met General Mayhem, nice chap.
Yes. And representing the naval division, we have Seaman Staines.
Jenny! Oh my goodness! Lowering the tone like a tone lowerer.
Tim Maslin says, what is the grey locomotive in the centre of the screen?
There isn't one. You've got a bit where it stopped being in colour.
There. That is actually a Southeastern and Chatham Railway N-Class. in its original wartime austerity grey, so it never got the pretty SECR livery. It just sort of came in on the tail end of the SECR. So the first one's built got this kind of plain grey. I quite like it. It was done as a box set, which, funnily enough, I think Hatton's either do or did have the box set that it was done. It came with a Southern Railway green one as well. Can't remember the running number. It's like 1823. And they were in a wooden presentation case.
Oh, I remember that. We did a video on it, didn't we?
Yes, we did. David, It's My Model Railway, says, don't forget Master Bates. Yeah.
Yes.
And Roger the cabin boy. Yes.
That's not a command.
156 Andrew says, Jenny, please behave.
Thank you. At least I'm not alone in telling her to do that.
Iron Horse Railway says, don't forget Private Dancer.
Oh dear.
Yes.
You're all ridiculous, and I love it. But
Yeah.
come on now.
Well,
Come
that's
on now.
that on.
There are times and places.
What's that on, like Carry On, Follow That Camel? They had private parts. Or was that?
I watch
Or was that no
Carry On films.
Carry On Up the Khyber?
I don't watch Carry On films.
I love Carry On films. I love that kind of silly, like
daftness.
that
I'm
kind
a bit
of.
annoyed, a bit stuck there. So.
Oh, what did you do? What did it stick to?
I have no idea.
Did you stick?
Must have stuck to that.
Oh, you left it in one place for too long. Look at that. It's
I didn't. That's the thing. I put it down and then it stuck, and then I took it up.
Oh,
and-
you'll have to weather that away.
Yeah.
So,
So, guys, a little bit. Oh, hang on. A little bit.
was
of damage,
Seaman
but we're getting
Staines actually in Captain Pugwash?
there. No, he wasn't.
And it's like it's
And neither was Master Bates. It was Master Mate.
Or as Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, "Ooh, matron, I can't do." It's one of those voices I can't do. It's very, very nasally. So it's like, "Oh, matron." It's as close as I can get. David Hall says, you used to be on the Great Model Railway Challenge, which I have to say you did very well on the layouts that the judges gave you on. Yeah, it was. What you got to remember is that you're not building a model railway with those things. You're building a prop for TV.
Yeah.
And most people kind of realised that and knew what they were doing, but there were some people who just tried to build a model railway and then wondered why it didn't really work out. Leslie Gilpin Railway says it was a 60s spoof. Ben Tullett says 2 of the diesels at the Severn Valley Railway decided to play an April Fool's. The Class 40 broke down at Bewdley, and its Class 20 replacement also decided to break down in the diesel depot. Oh my word.
That wasn't an April Fool's. They were just going on strike.
Yeah, they just like
Check it. Make sure they're not French.
Yes. Or working in teaching at the moment. Heritage says, got a friend with the last name Baker, so my nickname for him is Master Baker.
You've got to have your fun somehow, haven't you?
Yeah, although when a baker's wife is expecting, they all say the baker's got one in the oven.
You were terrible. You're terrible and incorrigible and filthy. And you smell.
Hey! Right, hold on. Are you doing something that requires utmost concentration?
Stop it.
Right, a big hello to... Oh, Nigel Cole says, good evening everyone. Hi Jenny and Zoe. That implies Gandalf's downstairs. He's stuffing his face with cheese still, so luckily we've got a tannoy. Thanks, Gandalf. Tim's Model Railway in different videos says, where's the TARDIS today? You guys not spotted them yet? You'll have to look harder. Peter Jackson Cheadle, he says, how about the PAL bricks? Oh, don't get me started on that. I was promised they'd be out last week. No idea where they're up to.
Unfortunately, I don't think the TARDIS is...
Yeah, well, you're supposed to put them somewhere. You can't just leave them off screen. So You know where the camera's pointing at, so
Yeah, the camera's moved. That's why they're not in shot.
Yeah, that would do it. So no, don't you fiddle with the camera again. We needed sick bags last time. So there we are.
Sardis.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you're saying a lot tonight. What's wrong?
I'm trying to read.
Has your brain
I think I need
broken?
my glasses
Has your
redoing. I'm
brain
starting to struggle.
broken, my dear?
Yeah, and Marin49 says the telescopic green nose picker. Don't forget, everybody, to tickle that like button if you've not already done so.
And also like that tickle button.
And please, please, please share the stream to social media, to all the Facebook groups. Spam like you've never spammed before, because we're having spamming chips for
Do
tea.
not spam, but do recommend heartily.
Absolutely, and get everybody to subscribe. Let's see if we can get past 20,000 subscribers
That would be lovely.
by the end of the night, and then
Jen can be
we
happy.
can carefully pop a party popper or two. Obviously not up here, because I'm not... Oh! It's worked! It's worked! Can I just say... Right, so we're on camera 1 when it decides to kick in. We had that... Look! The trap point has worked! So we've now got the locomotive that has kind of just stopped. Ah! You were supposed to avoid doing that. Right, Zoe, feel free to hit the reset button.
I wanted to wait until you were finished.
Okay, well I'm finished now. So there we go. But yes, you saw it did not derail anything. Why didn't it just go and like end up on the dead section? It's got caught up on the point blade.
Was it caught in a trap? Don't know how.
Yes. Right. Martin Sisma says, I need the doctor to find a model train shop. Trains, Kits, etc. says, does Simon Kohler actually watch this? Can we get him to call in?
That would be amazing if he did call in.
Actually, we're always available.
Happy to hear from retailers and
We have
manufacturers.
actually, we've never had him on live, but I have interviewed Simon Kohler before.
Yeah.
We had a lovely chat actually, and we just ended up chatting away. So the interview was about an hour, but I think we were actually
You
sat
went
on
for so long.
I was on like another 2 hours on Skype just chatting with him. So we got on quite well.
Yeah, he
and
seems like a nice enough guy.
yeah. Oh, look at that! You've been a pain in the bum.
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yep. Hey, what the?
They're all doing it.
They're all getting in on the act.
This one's going backwards.
Yeah, that's right. That
Okay,
was
that's all right
working
then.
as expected.
Oh my goodness.
Bluegrass Railfan says, time to talk to the crew about running a signal. Yeah, actually, they did. If I turn the power up, that is a red signal. But we turned the power down because it saves on electricity. Harry Cetry says, actually, the trap points, in case of runaways. And yes, the loco is being mischievous again, as
Yes.
Simon Trains Mother showcase. And also she
Being a
wrote
chicken
TMD.
again.
It was the I can't remember the actor. Was it Leslie Phillips? Like, ding dong.
I do remember that.
Not so salty Sea Dog says, no, we want Montana. Oh, Montana's lovely. I need to at some point see if she'll do an interview. I think it would be great to get Montana's perspective on the hobby. And Iron Horse Railway says, yes, Montana. Trains, Kits, etc. says, apparently I'm paid by Simon. Apparently I'm paid by KR Models, but I'm
I
assuming...
find that hilarious.
Yeah, what's that? It's like, and then when I did, I was waiting for people to say that I worked for Hornby when I did a whole load of videos for their a Collectors Club Day. They did a whole load of exclusive videos. I contributed to, and as I was filming them, I thought, I wonder if somebody was like, "Oh, you're working for Hornby." Oh,
Yeah, the only
in the
manufacturer
pocket.
you've worked for is DC Concepts.
And I don't work for them anymore.
Yeah.
Heritage says, could possibly put a TARDIS on a train. Could do, but everybody always spots them. Bluegrass Railfan says, I went to a train show up in Cincinnati about a month ago. They actually had a table of 00 items. I was quite surprised to see that over here. Yeah, I mean, much the same way we get US outline stuff over here. There are people in the US who do model the UK scene. It is a thing.
It's probably for the same reason that some of us model American and Continental.
Yeah.
It's different. It's interesting.
Raymond Legg says, I wish I was paid by Hornby. I'd get free trains. I don't think you quite understand how it works working for a company.
You wouldn't get free ones.
Get the products for free.
You wouldn't. Yeah, it would be like what happened with Jen when she worked at DCC Concepts. Didn't come home with a full paycheck, but did seem to have a huge amount of their stuff in our house.
Yeah, I started with the full paycheck, but it got spent. You do get a staff discount, but that's about as far as it goes. Nick at Bletchton
Wasn't
High
that one of
Levels
those guys
says,
at Hattons said the same thing, saying, I work for Hattons, which usually means that I don't owe quite as much at the end of the month.
yeah, Nick at Bletchton High Levels says, I approve of Montana. And Iron Horse Railway says, KR models pay you with van driving duties and biscuits. Well, I don't get the biscuits, and I think you don't quite understand. It's like, oh yes, please pay me with allowing me to drive your van. That's akin to the Three Yorkshiremen sketch. I paid to mill owner for privilege of working there. Raymond Legg says, I like seeing that GG1 pulling those four-wheel wagons. Yeah, Iron Horse Railway said that to me when I sent him a picture of it last night. It's quite nice actually, but those wagons do look awfully twee behind it. And yeah, Sarah Davis, that would be called the 5-finger discount. Rick Morley, Montana. It's Montana Huron, and she's the head of brand for Hornby. So when you see the very, very pretty blonde lady in the videos, that's Montana. She's on the Hornby Model World.
Yeah, she was on Hornby as well. Basically,
she was the one holding the model up to the purple train and going, actually, it is the right colour.
She's also the one that we kind of think may end up, once Simon Kohler decides to retire, taking over his job and becoming the face of the company.
You do know, she could be watching this now and go, what?
No, we're not saying it's what's going to happen, but if she were to do that job, it's quite possible. And I think she'd fit in quite well. Yeah, well, she already knows the business very well. But definitely Montana is great if you see her at shows. Just it's good to have a chat with. But I think that Iron Horse Railways, you behave yourself. You've already got another half. And anyway, I'm sure Montana has got another half or something. Yeah. This isn't dating.
Yeah, this isn't. This isn't. It isn't. What was it? Blind date. Ta-ra, everybody! Laura laughs. But no, anyway, it's none of our business.
Yeah.
You know. But where was it?
All we were saying is that if she did take the job, she seems very, very knowledgeable and very good at it.
Absolutely. No, she's great. And talked with her quite a lot. And she's kind of my contact at Hornby. When she's my first port of call for emailing. I do talk to Simon Kohler from time to time, but it's actually more likely that I send an email to Montana. But she is definitely somebody that I would like to interview, because I think it would be very refreshing to get her take on model trains. I don't even know, you see, whether she's actually a modeler herself, and maybe that brings a unique perspective where you're not your views on what products to do are not coloured by personal preferences. You can actually look at things in a very cool, hard daylight.
Yeah, in a more step back form.
Yeah, like the nuts and bolts, the nitty gritty, if you don't have a particular allegiance. So yeah, would love to actually. So look at that. Iron Horse Railway says, I'll have number 2, please. Oh, look. Well done. You've got a sweaty albatross with a penchant for pinching your chips. Let's see how you fare on 2 weeks on a train. Right. Anyway, fly mode share.
Do you want to tell people where that joke comes from?
I'm just talking rubbish now. Oh, clowns are coming through.
What are you like?
And the straggler today has a trombone on him. That's why he's a straggler, you see.
Straggler always has the trombone.
Well, yeah, because the trombone's heavy. It slows him down.
Oh, there's logic to your weirdness.
Yeah.
Right.
Iron Horse Railways asks, is Montana actually into trains? Don't know, I never asked
We
that.
don't know.
Don't know. That would probably be one of the questions. Or is it just a job fair? I don't know. Interesting position to be in professionally.
I think that a lot of them have some interest. I mean, the guys at Scale Extric and Airfix on the Homing
Oh, how could you
definitely
not
look
be
like
it?
they were into it.
Yeah, how can you not be into Scale Electrics? It's like, right, now here we have managed to distill down the essence of fun. And it's like, oh, great, yeah.
Press this and it goes fast.
Scale Electric, I'll be honest with you, it's like, forget about trend. I'd like to work at Scale Electrics. I think that would just be amazing fun.
No, you're not having another hobby. My dad's into Scale Extric. Go
Hey,
visit him.
Raymond Legs, you behave yourself. I'm going all Yorkshire now. I should go like, here, come on, whip it on a string. Oh, flat cap on. Be paint up Milona. Warbler Production says, is New Junction in tonight, or is he still tired from the weekend? I've not seen him yet. Jerry BVR says, just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can't study the menu.
Oh my! Okay, guys, come on. Let's not make people feel uncomfortable if they happen to be watching.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. Yeah. So let's.
Yeah. I hate to be the voice of reason,
Yeah,
because I'm usually the happy-go-lucky one, but
Yeah,
come on.
you hate to be the voice of reason because it's a really weird concept for you and you're not used to it.
Thank you, Jen. Love you too.
Yeah. But no, definitely, like basically, Scale Electrics is we have distilled the essence of fun and we play with it every single day. And so I would just love that. I think, what's not to like about slot cars? So anyway, Wamgok
I
says,
don't like it when they speed up and go through my wall.
What the hell have you been using? Oh, dear. Right. Anyway, Raymond Legg says, I like slot cars as well, just no longer have any, but it did have the old Tyco HO slot cars. Ooh, that would actually work on a model railway. Wamgok says, I'd come out of retirement to work at Hornby. And that's it. And so I don't think Simon Cole is going to retire anytime
No, I don't
soon.
think he is. I think he's having far too much fun.
He's clearly, he really does love the hobby. And, why would you retire if you love what you're doing? Leslie Gilpin Railway says, remember Minick slot cars from Trying in 00 gauge. Trying did track where the slot car passed over. And actually that was on Hornby and Model World. Jules Holland is a big fan of that. So I'd love to interview Jules Holland as well.
Who wouldn't?
So if Jules Holland or any of Jules Holland's people or friends or associates do watch this, then if you could mention that I'd love to interview Jules. That would be amazing. Apparently he does come to Alexandra Palace. But obviously very private individual.
I bet he comes in disguise as Batman.
Well, he doesn't come like with a big neon sign saying, "Hello, I'm Jules Holland, and the band tonight is..."
The Class 08 Symphony Orchestra.
Yes. But no, I'm told that he does kind of dress not to stand out. So I've never seen him at Ali Pali, but I'm told he does come from time to time. 1968 Concorde says TCR was good. You could change lanes. Ooh. And Peter Jackson Cheadle here asks, any new announcements from Statfold show? Not if there were, they didn't tell us about it.
Bachmann had some models that they were showing off, but I'm not sure they were new announcements.
No. Acura Scale, Richard Watson from Acura Scale was there, and he had 3 of the all-new Acura Scale 37s that were doing the rounds, different layouts. Also had at least one of the siphons, looked really amazing actually, and that did the rounds of various different layouts. So those were actually on show. I did get to see them up close and personal. Richard Swiderski says, and Pete Waterman. I have actually interviewed Pete Waterman.
You have, it's on your channel.
Yeah, so you can actually see that on the channel. We interviewed him at Great Electric Train Show a few years ago. Madden Steam Railway says, as a railway fanatic, I enjoy my volunteering at the Epping Ongar Railway, which is my local heritage railway.
Nice.
I remember when they started up on that, actually. One of the things, though, which did puzzle me at the time, was that the initial people in charge removed the electrical rails, which meant that you couldn't then run London Underground stock, like preserved Underground stock, which I thought was a bit of a missed opportunity, because if it was already...
How many places have the opportunity for that?
Well, the thing is, if you want to put in electrified third rail, it's almost impossible, if not totally impossible, in preservation. They just really have a thing for not allowing people to play with electricity at ground level. But if it was already there, you kind of, it's like, but it's already here, we're not putting it in, it's just there. So I think it was a bit of a missed opportunity. By removing it, they're probably not going to be able to put it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have actually seen it a couple of times. Never when it's running. But I've been down and around that area because they do a lot of filming around there. So in one of my other roles, I have been to various places. Richard Swiderski says, we'll look at that and the Simon Kohler one as well. Sarah Davis says, I'm sure that if you try hard enough, you can squeeze Jules onto Weir Yard. I wonder if you can get a Model U 3D print of Jules Holland. You can, funnily enough, get one of me. So don't forget that you can check out the Model U website and get your very own mini Jennifer Kirk, like I call it, my little mini-me, and you can put me wherever you choose. But one thing we would say is we would love to see photographs of where you put your Model U mini-me. And whilst the Model U website actually I think does show you the colour scans, you can see the stripy top I was wearing and get an idea for the colours that I was in on that day. There's nothing to stop you from painting me any colour you like. I mean, you could try tartan if you've got a very steady hand. They're available in N gauge all the way up to 1/12, and definitely. Wardle Road says you can even get one of me too. Are you in the catalogue as well?
Nice.
Nice.
Sarah, are you going to get a one to go in your actual full size, full scale thing, or would that be really confusing?
Apparently they can print full size. They just have to do you in bits and stick you together.
That's hilarious.
David Laister says, you are taller in real life. As I always say to people, I'm sat down right now. I'm trapped inside your TV, which means that, basically I fit into the box in the corner of your room.
That reminds me of Billy Connolly's sketch. So, you're bigger on telly. How big's your telly? Warbler Production says, I'll also be trying to get myself scanned for the Bachmann Statfold Barn Railway Guards van. Andrew McNeela says, what was that website? I'll have a model, Jenny. So Flymo Chairman 1 has very helpfully put up that. It says, Jenny's Mini-Me at Model U 3D. And there is the link. It's direct to me. And Worthington Model Railway says, you can get one of me as the station master. Cool.
Oh, right.
So
Wardle Road
around now.
Wardle Road says, I am under line side track workers, one of the HD scans.
Oh, cool.
And there's a link. Flymer Chairman's put up Ollie at Wardle Road in 3D by Model U 3D. So, yeah. There's quite a few. I know. I think New Junction. Richard Watson of New Junction is on there as well. So you could pick us all out. All these moderately famous Z-list YouTubers, and you could actually populate a layout like there's a huge YouTube gathering and we're all playing trains.
If you were that way inclined.
Richard Swiderski suggests that you should paint me blue and put a flashing light on my head. Hey.
She's not a TARDIS.
And
She's
Ben
just a very,
Tullett
very
says,
silly
remember,
woman.
a stripy shirt is a must for the Jenny figure. I would say I don't always wear stripes, but I do.
Yes, you do. You never used to. You used to wear
The Jenny top.
Yes,
Everybody used to call it the Jenny top.
even though it was my style. That
No,
you
it
nicked.
wasn't. And they called it a Jenny top, so you were wearing my style. Just I hadn't started wearing it yet. But no, I used to. My trademark top was actually those tops. They're actually one piece, but they look like you're wearing a blouse with a coloured tank top over the top. And I wore them so much that our friends started to call them Jenny tops.
Yes.
Yeah, you can get the War World Scenics team, absolutely. And Leslie Gilpin Railway says, for our Canadian friends, Mini Prints will scan you.
Cool.
Iron Horse Railway says, I want to be scanned too with my motorbike. You'll have to. I don't know if they do scans if they're at, like maybe at a preserved railway where you could more easily get your motorbike close to the scanning
Yeah,
stuff.
where you could more easily get on your bike.
I think at Ali Pali they might harumph a lot of you bringing your motorbike in. And Wardle Road says, I do want to get rescanned so I can have a mini me driving a Mini 66 to mimic real life. Absolutely.
That'd be cool.
All right, and Jennifer Horton says, I would have Jenny flailing out of a carriage like Mark has done. My lords! I don't actually, I never did that, so I don't know like how it's supposed to be pronounced. David, it's my model railway, says, I like jelly tots. You like wine gums.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so in fact, you like anything, sweetie, but particularly wine gums. And Raymond Legg says, I'm already in 3D, so I don't have to be scanned.
I like it.
Sarah Davis says, I want a team of paintballers scanned to put on my layout. I'm sure they've done people in paintball outfits. If you ask nicely, they probably do have scans, maybe not just in the catalogue.
Yeah.
But I guess just contact them and explain the figure that you want. And they may be able to use one of the people that they've scanned for you, if they're happy for their scan to be used in that way. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, Tim and Jim from the GMRC I think are available. I know they got scanned because somewhere and they were actually scanned in a variety of different poses. So if there's multiple ones in the catalogue, that's where they've all come from. But I have a feeling, because I did find it actually in a box of stuff, and I
Box of stuff.
Box of stuff.
The box was just literally just labelled stuff.
And I can't remember whether it's. I'm just looking.
Round the back there is Santa's little helper.
Yeah, Santa's little sexy helper.
Yes.
Now I'm sure that I may have had. I'm sure that I discovered it in a box somewhere. I don't know where it's ended up. Might be tied up in the haunted mansion, which is I don't know if we get to see it. So I'm just changing the
Not
camera
really, no.
angle. Hint, hint.
You generally get to see the haunted mansion that much.
No,
I'm
not
trying to
unless.
get the button.
Yeah, not unless you watch some of the trains running videos.
Yeah, and then you get to see it. Nope, it's just off.
Just out of shot. And I'm sure that there's in a box of, like scenery and stuff that came back from GMRC. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know where he's gone.
A box of assorted dudes.
Or I might have dreamt it. I don't know.
No, did you get him, or did someone else from the team take him?
I know somebody else on the team actually did try and snaffle loads of stuff. But, Melchester Model Railway says, I'm looking for a model of John Betjeman in 00, but I don't think anyone has made one. There is an Isambard Kingdom Brunel in the Model U range, I do know that.
How'd they get to scan him?
I think they had somebody dress up as him.
Yeah, that was the joke, Jen.
Houston WHAP, oh, don't you start as well. When is the new Monday Club wagon going to be released? Is it not out yet? It's like we were promised.
We were promised.
We were
I'm getting a bit.
We were promised many things, and I'm sorry. I've given up promising.
We've been messed about as well as everyone else. It's just how it is, and I wish we could say more.
Basically, we were told they'd be at Rails. 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
They should have been there on the sort of Monday, Tuesday, immediately after Alexandra Palace. But if they're not there now, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
At this point, we just don't know.
We're in the dark. Right, anyway, Warbler Productions says, Jennifer Horton, there were a lot of people there. I actually went both days, even paying despite the fact I didn't need to. That was at the Statfold Barn show.
That was a great show.
It absolutely was. We did a lot of filming, so look out for the Wednesday video. Heritage says, I know the Reverend Audrey is available. Ooh, nice.
We saw his railway.
Yeah, we did.
We saw his layout.
Whamgok says, hi guys, I will be going now as I need to phone me mum. Bye. See you all next week.
Take care.
You take care. And say hello to your mum. And a big thank you to Andrew McNeil, who's very kindly donated £4.99 on the Super Chat. Thank you so much for your generosity. It says, I saw you and the Cupboard Monkey at the Railways exhibition on Saturday, but I was too nervous to speak to you both.
Never feel nervous. We are just normal people.
Well, we're just people. I don't know about we can't back up the normal bit. But yeah, no, we are perfectly... I was going to say normal, but no, we can't back that.
We're happy to talk to people.
Absolutely.
Just come across and say hi.
Yeah, do come over and say
don't even have to say anything else.
Yeah. And that's it. We're just regular folks. Sort of.
Okay, I want to do a quick update on the thing that I'm doing here. So if I jump to this one.
Wardle Road says, waiting for my pal brick. May know of a standard gauge one available too. Ooh. Is that on your shopping list? Right, so we've gone over to the back rear yard cam so that Zoe can show off what she's been building whilst we have been on the stream. And this came from Gordon Aitken, who very kindly sent us a box of goodies. And
it is a beautiful.
Yeah, apart from the mess you've made.
I can't believe that happened. There must have been a little bit of glue that dropped somewhere I hadn't noticed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a sign or something up.
Yeah, could do.
Like a poster. There we go. It's really nice.
So, yeah.
Where were we up to?
I've lost my place. Oh, no. Andrew McNeil said it was like seeing celebrities in public. Was starstruck. Oh, don't be like that. See, I still feel like Jenny from the Block. Jenny from the Block. Oh, I don't even know that song. I just know of it. So I wouldn't even know if that's the lyric. But
okay, so we got up to part 5. Figure 6 is the next bit. I'm going to stop there because we are coming up to the next portion of the show.
Oh my word! Gosh, it's gone quick.
Yeah, the Monday Club flies by these days. It does,
yes. So, Tumbler Clowns passing through.
Iron Horse says Metcalf do make some lovely kits. To be honest with you, I really like Metcalf stuff. I'm a big fan of Metcalf.
They are good, actually. Very, very good. Jeremy BVR says, Jenny, an experience with the Daypole track cleaner stroke vacuum. I never used one of those, I must admit.
No? Okay.
Never used one. SHGP Media says, are there any normal people at these Model Railway shows? I thought it was an entry requirement that you can't be. To be honest, I don't think there's that many normal people.
Normal is what everyone else claims to be.
Yeah, basically, whenever you look at another person, what you're actually seeing is a really good front over the top of somebody who's panicking and going, oh my God!
they let me be out without supervision. I remember when my mum and dad would just tell me what to do. It was so much easier.
Have you dropped a bit down there?
No, that's a piece of the...
Well, there's a bin over here.
I know.
Use it.
Yes.
Not so salty sea dog. Whenever you see that name, I always think you need to go, yar, arr, 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 arr. Arr. I've not seen you guys yet, as I like smaller shows, often shy away from saying hi to well-chuffed railways. Well, we do occasionally go to smaller shows. We did do the one at Wirksworth.
Which was a really nice show. Yeah. It was small, but it was great.
Yeah, and I do occasionally... Sorry, I've just seen that Heritage says, train fan equals psychopath. Ooh, train.
Not all psychopaths run around going, They get spotted very easily if they did.
I still seem to be stuck on pirate mode. Larry Rogers asks Jenny, what is running number on your GG1? I have 4907. That is 4807. So I've got 4807. And mine's a Bachmann full sound model. Can I just say I can?
Oh my goodness. You love that, don't you?
I do actually. It's got a good echo to it.
Yes.
So we're going
Sounds
to
like
try
ships
and
passing the midnight.
yeah. Oh, mountain cam needs a little
Yeah,
bit.
give
of
me 1 second.
Just give it a prod.
Yeah.
Arr. It's a not so salty sea dog.
There we go.
Jerry BVR says some say the Daypol cleaning wagon is great. Others say the exact opposite.
It depends on what you want to use it for, I suppose.
Well, cleaning the track would be a good thing.
Well, yes.
Madden Steam Railway says good night, folks. 8:13, and I'm off to bed for starting at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Good luck.
Can I just say I have to get up at 5:30 tomorrow, so at the end of the show I'll be going to bed as well.
For those of you who will be staying up, I will be...
For those of you watching in black and white,
Yes, I will be doing a load of retro stuff. And
Of
I'm also
course.
planning as a special once I complete GoldenEye on the N64. I have Train Sim World
boom!
or Train Sim. I can't remember which. I got it in the Steam sale for 14 quid.
Ironically, in the Steam sale.
Yes, and I got the American one with a bit of German and a bit of British,
All right.
and it's all there. So I've been having a little fun with that. There will be a showing on my channel at some point, so it'll be fun with that. But not tonight, because tonight is the Anything Goes Retro Gaming Show. 10 p.m. on Game Hammer Classic Gaming.
Can I ask? I've thought of this the other day, and I didn't know whether you were already using it. But do you nickname your little office room downstairs with all your retro games? Do you call it the Retroom?
No, it's the Retrovator.
No, but do you get it? The Retroom.
I do get the
Retroom.
I like the idea of retro, but
room.
I went for the Retrovator because it transports people to the land of retro.
The land of retro.
It's very pretentious.
Yeah. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, I'm at work at 5:32, but still staying to watch the Monday Club. Boom! Absolutely. And don't forget to tickle the like button, share the stream, and get all your friends
When you
to subscribe.
Let's 5:32. Do you mean 5:30 also, or do you mean
Yes.
the time 5:32?
No, yes. Trains, Kits, etc. says, can you play Theme Hospital? There was that kind of fad for theme
I don't
everything.
have Theme Hospital, but it's available. So yes, technically I can play it.
Like Theme Park was kind of the first one, and then like there was like Theme Farm, Theme Hospital.
Yeah, but they went for the thing of like Sim Earth, Sim Ant, Sim
yeah.
City and all that. But their thing was theme. So Theme Park, and then it's like, oh well, we have to stick with that theme now. So Theme Hospital.
Arthur Humphreys says, hi Jenny, Zoe, and everyone.
Hello.
Oh, but you know what that means. Oh, here he comes.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor is he early. He
Arrives precisely when he means to. Thanks, Gandalf. Richard Swiderski says, TARDIS behind signal. I think that's when it was on the other angle. Yes, so the angle of the dangle has been spotted.
Yes, the angle of the dangle for the brew, that is true.
Yes.
You don't know what I'm saying.
Interesting. Warbler Productions asks, is the camera looking along the yard to the tunnels working? Should be.
Hope so.
So let's just... there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And
Warbler Production says, Zoe, quick question. What video editing software do you use for Jenny's excellent videos? I have actually explained this in full on a vlog, on my vlog channel, ZJKR. Quite a while back now. I should probably do an update. It is simply iMovie.
I use a different one, which I can't remember what it's called unless
It's like Magix or something, isn't it?
Yes, that was it. Magix.
I'm not a fan of how it does everything, but it's very,
Yeah,
very
don't
comprehensive.
open it.
I wasn't.
Everything will chug to a halt. It is quite a big...
It's a big program. I know you like it, but I just didn't quite get to grips with it. I'm considering switching to Final Cut Pro.
I knew he would. I knew Warbler Productions would.
Well,
the
Chester
TARDIS.
says, Zoe has sent you a picture taken with Jenny and Ali Pally 2 weeks ago. Wondered if you received it. I'll find out in a sec.
We will
to be
take
honest
a
with
look.
you, I have been off the ball for about 6 weeks.
It's very hard to stay on the ball on
Yeah.
account of it being spherical.
You know what I mean? Because we
Tend
got
to fall
flu, And then when we got over the flu, we went out and celebrated by playing a game of tag, and then I fell over and broke my ribs. So, yeah.
Andrew McNeil says, will you do a video on Saturday's exhibition?
Yes.
Well, last Saturday's exhibition, we will be putting that up on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday this week is when it will be going out, which incidentally we will be introducing an all-new additional sponsor as well. So we'd like to then welcome on board our all-new sponsor, in addition to the current sponsors.
Yes.
Ah.
Wobbler says, I've got a free program called DaVinci Studio, one used by film companies. I don't know that one. There's so many options these days. And we live in a time where basically really good professional quality filmmaking equipment is so cheap you can just get it.
Yeah. Simon Train's Mother Railway Showcase says, I use Wondershare Filmora when editing my videos.
That's another one I don't know.
So, Final Edit Pro, I thought was the
Final
one.
Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro, that was it.
Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere have become like the really big established ones, but there are so many others.
SHGP Media says, is it Dapol or Dapol? Dapol? Even Dapol doesn't know.
Well, it should.
And Iron Horse Railway says, just an FYI, I'm open for being sponsored. And Upwell and Onward says, hello from New Zealand. Oh, Gandalf
hello
on the
there.
tannoy. Thanks, Gandalf.
Wobbler Production says, I was sitting next to you when you did that intro and outro for Wednesday's video. Yeah, we just kind of did it spur of the moment style.
Who said what?
Wobbler.
Oh, yes, you were, actually.
And there was
There was another guy as well who, after we did it, he chuckled and he went, I'll be able to say that I was sat here when you did that. So, a big hello to them as well if they're watching the show. And it was so great to see.
He didn't introduce himself either.
I know. But I was a bit embarrassed because I was sort of, we're on a crowded train and I did the intro and outro and I felt like such a wally brain. It's like, oh, everybody's looking at me like they think, look at that arrogant YouTuber thinks there's something special.
Well, you do.
Yeah. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, try Heinz beans, Craig. Oh.
I kind of feel a little bit responsible for that.
Yeah, it was your fault. But oh, I can hear the sound of something being naughty, and it's going.
Is it you?
No, it's you.
It's usually you.
It's you.
It's usually you.
No, it's you.
Oh, you love it. You love it.
Oh, look at you
Ooh.
being
Ooh.
incredibly naughty, really naughty. Oh, it's like there's certain words which always make you feel a little bit silly when you say.
Yeah.
Naughty is one of them. Along with poo. There's not actually, funnily enough, there's not really a childlike and non-rude word for poo. Is there? Isn't it? Like all the words that us adults use for poo are actually quite rude. Yeah, Jamie Smith, absolutely. I think I kept telling people that it's true. It's on their website and everything.
So, we're going to start the videos because if we start them later, then there will be not enough time. So, first up, we've got from Evan Terry. Jen, would you like to say?
So, first video from Evan Terry says, here are some photos of Eastleigh Lakeside Railway, a great mini railway near Southampton Airport for Sir Arthur Hayward's farewell weekend. For you to show on the Monday Club, the dark green engine is Silver Jubilee, the red one Sandy River, and the light green Sir Arthur Hayward, who is going to overhaul, so will be away for a few years.
Here we go. So if you were to do the honours,
So next slide,
that
please.
would be
Is that
small one. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's a lot of steam coming off.
Sarah Davis
Whoa, that's
says
a good one.
excrement isn't naughty or rude. I think. Yeah, I know, but it's like I'm going for some excrement.
Yes.
I'm going to produce some excrement. It just doesn't
No.
work, does it?
It's much better to use a euphemism like, I'm off to dump a chunk of long-term memory.
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
Stop it, let's not go too far.
A big hello to Gwen
Oh.
Reese Davies. He says, evening all, sorry I never got a chance to come and say hi, Jen. Oh,
So
but
this,
A Monday Clubber
is never late, Frodo Baggins,
There
nor
you are.
is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
So there we are. That's the Sir Arthur.
That is a lovely locomotive, actually.
Yeah,
I
look at
do
the
like
steam
these.
coming off it,
Yeah, steamy.
and the one behind it. Choo choo.
Interesting. Jennifer Horton says Sir Arthur Hayward is a half-size model of Northern Rock on the Ravenglass and Estes.
This one I like.
That's a bit.
That's got a bit of character to it.
We're going to have an American horn for that. There we go.
All I'm remembering now is Ghostbusters 2016. That is a distinctly un-American siren. Oh, that is a really nice looking one.
Raymond likes an outside frame loco.
Ah, here's a better look at this one. Not so much steam. That is
Nice.
an interesting colour scheme.
I like that colour,
Yeah,
actually.
it's
there's
very
sort of
interesting.
A little bit Highland Railway, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Timothy Kindheart says, nice pictures. Absolutely, they are. Sarah Davis, what do you like? Says, I'm off to make a deposit at the bank of toilet.
Oh. Whoa, there's a one.
David, it's my mother railway says, as long as it's not an unexpected defecation event.
See what tone has been lowered here. I blame you, Jen. I blame you for everything. You
Stephen Cameron
silly
says,
lady. That was great. Thank you for sending those in.
Stephen Cameron says, good term is jobby.
Jobby.
Mr. Jobby, Mr.
Thank you to Evan Terry for sending those in. They were really nice. That was great.
They were, actually, they were. And also, we're trying to talk a little bit today as well about model shops you recommend and why. So, my personal favourites, and bear in mind that these can often be quite coloured by your geographical location, just for simple ease of where you can go. For me, Arcadia Models in Shaw, and Tim has his price to sell second-hand table, always worth a look. Really great, well-stocked shop, and always very friendly when you go there. So that would definitely be up there in my top 10. Also, Rails of Sheffield, have to say, always great to go and visit. And they have quite an extensive online presence as well, doing a lot of mail order. On top of that, Kernow Model Centre, bought an awful lot from them over the years too. Always get great service. Never actually got round to visiting the actual shop, but seen them seen them at shows an awful lot. Sorry, Gav23 says, I'm eating!
Sorry! Sorry. So next up we've got a very interesting one. We've been sent just a link to the channel from Oswestry Road, so I've picked a video.
Okay.
And this is a short running session.
Oh, nice.
So if you care to do the honours, mate.
Okay,
Yeah.
next slide, please.
Here we go.
Andrew McNeil says, how can I send a picture in?
Okay, I will type in the instructions. Basically, send it via email to zoe.robinson. Send pictures and or URLs to zoe.robinson at gmail.com.
Can I just say, great use of the Metcalfe retaining walls. One of the greatest kits ever. Those retaining walls.
Love those.
I love them, I have to say.
If they take those out of the
oh, they
line,
never will. But you see there with those flat relief houses behind work incredibly well.
I've got to that age
It's
where
your-
when I cough, I come out the other end as well.
When you cough, your chair mysteriously squeaks.
Sorry about that. So
There's
dear.
some great use of Metcalfe
Yeah,
kits, and there's
that
actually
looks
the
great.
new brewery building, a warehouse building in the background there.
Mm.
Really nice, this.
Yeah,
loving
this is looking lovely.
Great trees as well, and got some proper height on them trees too.
This is
Shaky
yeah.
Hands, Shed Model Railways. Big hello to you. I've not seen your name in the chat, so you're going to get a bit of a Gandalf.
That was great. Thank you very much.
He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
That was a great video. Thank you very much, Oswestry.
Mousehole Rail says, I've been to the Kernow shop in Camborne, but not the other one. Have you checked to see that we've got something on screen at the moment? There we go.
have.
Yeah.
I was just hoping for the best.
Ah, right.
So next up we have Rainhill Model Railway Exhibition, sent by Enwins Motors.
Iron Horse Railway says it's very atmospheric, lovely MPD.
Now we're not going to be able to show all of this one because it's 25 minutes.
So,
However-
yeah, this is a show I have been to in the past. Actually, somebody said, they tend to do smaller shows, so don't see me. Well, there are shows that occasionally I do rock up at.
We rock up at whatever we can, basically.
Yeah.
Try and get out there as much as we can because it's nice to see people. And also,
Yeah,
it's
the-
nice to just go to shows and have a look at things.
I exhibited at one in Burnley.
If you could do the honours, my dear.
Last year. Right, there we go.
So this is Rainhill Model Railway Exhibition. I'm going to jump in a little bit. Here we go.
The Horwich Works Narrow Gauge Railway with the Wren locomotive. They had a whole load of these, but this is the only one that survives from there. Shaky Hands Shed Model Railway says, cheers, been editing videos.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh.
Ooh.
Now that was an interesting
Nice
livery.
little narrow gauge. Nice.
Yeah, this is
Look there! Look! With the
the size of
great
them.
use of the Roco HOE hopper wagons. That look! There's 51204. Ooh, I like your pug in the background.
There's some really big locomotives there. The sheer sense of size compared to some of the ones at the front is amazing.
And of course, don't forget that this weekend, Peter Jackson, Sheila Heath has reminded me that York is on next weekend on the Saturday, the Sunday, and the bank holiday Monday. So good night to you, Clive. Kobold.
Oh, look at
Tim
that.
Davis says, sorry I'm late. So on the tannoy,
A Monday cover is never late to wagons, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he needs to.
thanks Gandalf.
Thank you.
And Simon Trent's Model Railway Showcase says, I'm going to be going Monday for York as I've still got a ticket from 2020 to use. So I'm guessing that's one that was cancelled because of COVID, and basically you could just redeem it whenever. Jamie Smith says, I would pronounce it as in Day-Pol and not Dapol. That's how Dave always used to pronounce it. And this argument is going to rage forever.
it's going to be on forever, isn't it?
It's Day-Pol or Dapol. I
Excuse
say
me.
Day-Pol, but then again, I'm posh. I say
You
Bath.
say potato,
I
some people say
say-
potato, and those people are wrong.
I say Bath. Don't say Bath. Say Bath.
Yes, you're going for Bath.
I'm posh. Yes, I have a butler drawer it
Yes.
with a notepad and some nice acrylics. Marin49 says, Copperknob, I saw it a couple of times on visits to Horwich Works. I think it's only a matter of time before Copperknob actually comes out as a ready-to-run model. That would be my guess. This is nice. I wasn't paying attention at the start, but this is very reminiscent of Peak Forest. I don't know. Did it say where?
I don't know. I'm jumping through at random because it's 25 minutes long. And I want to give a sample of everything rather than show the whole thing. What's up?
Nick at Bleshton High Level says in Daypol, the O makes the A long sound. Daypol. Yeah, yes, absolutely. And that would work if it was an actual word, but it's actually a contraction of two people's names. Which is why Day for Dave, Pol for Polly. Daypol.
Sarah Davis. I'd pronounce Daypol as Daypol rather than Daypol. People who pronounce Daypol as Daypol are simply wrong.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at
hold
the
on.
stonework.
That is really nice, actually.
Yeah.
I do like these. Is that? Oh, for a moment there, I thought it had wagons just rolling through the yard, but there is a locomotive on the back. So this is like a interwar period, I guess. Really nice. Partick Hill Station says, I was a member of Data, not Data. That's a good point. Data, not Data. Data. Simon Train's Model Railway showcases. Rainhill is a model show I like to visit. They've got some good exhibits on
They
here
really
as well.
have. That stonework I'm really impressed with.
Egg Rider, interesting, says must be Daypol, as most of the pronunciation would be spelled Dapol. I
Well,
love
suppose
this.
the answer-
I've got the influence to just make people pronounce it how I pronounce it.
I suppose the answer is Daypol.
Upwell and Onwards is quite a way to form a company name. Similar happened here in New Zealand. Actually,
At
Roca.
some point, Jen will understand the joke that I just said.
I wasn't listening. But it's like Roca Prototype Models. Roca is a contraction of Robert and Karen, the couple that founded the company. Jamie Smith says, if you were posh, is fat pronounced as fart?
Yes, we have a bit.
It is now.
A bit of a fart problem. Yeah. Oh.
This is lovely. What's with the yellow and red brake vans? Interesting. I mean, there were brake vans that were kind of private internal use.
This is really good. There's some great stuff here.
There is definitely.
We've shown a lot though. I'm going to jump onto one more near the end. Just
the narrow gauge one. Or the American one. Oh no, we just caught the end of the American, but we're now.
This is.
Yeah, no, it's still American. Oh. Hey, look, it's like the Bluesmobile, but it's not. It's not the Bluesmobile.
That is cool. Look at the size of some of these things. They love their chunky vehicles, don't they?
They do. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, I tried to get to the narrow gauge.
That is nice. I do love a bit of 009. Not so salty Sea Dog. Yes, the answer is Daypole. Nick at Bletchton High Level says, bought a Daypole 73 in Southwest Trains on the weekend. A stunning and pretty loco scheme.
Look at the size
and if you're looking for sound, then you could look no further than the TXS chips from
very
Hornby.
impressed with those.
Very, especially because this one. That's one of the horns from the Hornby Class 73
and that's just one press of the horn.
And there's another one. And then there's another one. And another one.
It's really loud.
Anyway,
thank you very much for sending that in.
Can I just say, that's only on 60% volume.
Yeah, they're incredibly loud. Thank you so much for sending that in. I'm just going to jump over and make sure that we have got...
Yeah.
Yes, we have got some filming. Hey. So thank you, Enwin.
Yeah, Iron Horse Row says, it's dark, we've got half a tank of gas, and we are wearing sunglasses.
Next up we have... I got Alexandra Palace class... what's that?
I got at Alexandra Palace class 25-2 for 65 quid.
Not
and
bad.
I got a 14-ton tank wagon for tenner. It was £15, so obviously got a really good deal, and actually that's custom weathered as well.
Whoa!
So for a tenner, that is pretty good.
You have done very well, Edward Elbrick. My goodness.
That's really nice.
National Fertilizers.
Fertilizers.
I've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key.
You weren't listening to me, were you?
No.
They were. You weren't. Oh, there we go. Actually, can I just say that
done very well there.
The Bachmann Class 25s are pretty solid little beasts, and for 65 quid, that's pretty good going. They're all DCC ready, and yeah, Richard Swiderski, the Hornby TXS decoders are great. Absolutely. I think that we're rapidly approaching a conclusion here. That to beat the Hornby TXS decoders in the best other category for the 2023 Jenny Kirk Choice Awards, things are going to have to really be something special to beat it at the moment. So just a little hint for you that's top running is the Hornby TXS decoders. But Simon, if you're watching, don't let it go to your head. But yeah, no, the TXS decoders are great, and I think that as long as the Hornby can get the sound profiles out there, get the non-sound version ones out as well. But I think the sound ones are definitely the USP. I think they're going to do very well, and this is going to be a good bread and butter product, which hopefully is going to see Hornby really turn around the financial situation, and I'd like to see them make a really good profit and start getting themselves paid down on the bank balance, so that they can not feel like they're on the wires a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Raymond Lake says old Bachmann trains have nylon gear problems. Yes, but that tends to be the split chassis trains. The Class 25, not aware of any of those having that issue. Partick Hill Station says, I inherited some devices.
You said it wrong, Jen. Devices.
Oh yeah, sorry, the hand action is important. Device. Flymo Chairman 1 says, mine arrived busted Jenny, sitting, whirring away, having seen Jenny's latest video, I can imagine. Oh, is it, I'm just scanning back, actually. Must have missed a comment somewhere. Warbler Production says, I intend to get one of the TXS decoders to try my B12, just to see what all the fuss is about and give my nephew a chance to play when he visits. I fitted a B12 with one. At the moment, the B12 sound profile isn't available, so I've got it with a 4F sound profile. The beauty is, when the B12 sound profile does appear, you just re-upgrade, just re-download, and away you go. Party has decoders. How do you test them? Programming track, CV8 resets probably as well, just to. So you write 8, the number 8 to CV8. That should reset it to factory defaults, and then you just read it back. Ask it, the decoder, to read itself back. And I think if you read CV8, then the number that it churns out, you'll find a list online, which will then tell you which manufacturer they are.
Cool. Right, next up we have a video from Timothy Kynard, who has sent in a very colourful and very fun-looking running session. So this is going to be fun.
Absolutely right. So
here we go.
Oh, nice. It's a fun little layout.
I like it.
I like these sort of layouts because this is. It's like, yes, we have taken the distillate of fun. We've distilled all the fun, and it's in this bottle, and we're going to spread it.
He's
over
got different. Oh look.
Lots of
little
oh,
loco in the
look
middle.
at it. Is that a Z
so
gauge?
cool. I don't know,
So,
but this is great.
I'm going to say G scale on the outside. Then that one's O gauge.
Or HO. I'm pretty sure this is American.
Outermost is G scale, so that'd be 45mm. The next one in is O gauge, which will be 32mm.
Ah, right.
That little one there is HO.
It's
Ooh.
just it's on the right. Oh.
And then I'm guessing that the one in the centre is HOE.
Oh, this is great.
Yay! Oh, that's nice.
Oh, this is fantastic.
I love fun. Gwen Reese Davies says, fan of the TXS hardware, not so much the software, to be frank. I've had no end of problems with the registration progress.
It can be a bit of a hassle to get used to. But once you're into it,
once
there's so much
you get your head around it, it's not too bad. But I would agree that it's more complicated than, say, the Blu-rail app that you need for the Soundtrax Blunami decoders. But the hardware is definitely top-notch. And the sound profiles as well. Huge fan of the ones I've heard so far. I can well recommend the Class 56 and the Class 73 are particularly fine. They're my recommendations. Tim Maslin asks, is there a model of Zoe like there is of you? Not yet.
There's not enough plastic in the world to do a model of me.
Hopefully at the Great Electric Train Show, perhaps, we might get Zoe scanned.
Do you mean I have to lose weight to get there so
Absolutely.
I can fit into the scanning booth?
No, it's all right. They've got it's sort of like they do it freestyle. This is fun, but thank you so much for sharing this with with us. We're going to move on because we do have quite a lot of videos.
But that is so good.
Absolutely.
Look at this is what I love about overseas liveries. They're so different. There's so much interesting stuff. It's not like us where we went, what colour is blue?
Peter Jackson Cheadle here says the two inner lines look like Kato track. Possibly.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, we're going to move on. So I've just pressed the button.
I'm really happy with that. That's great.
Marin49 says, do you have the die-cast Hornby Deltic bodied model from the 1960s? It was Brunswick green with no numbers. It did have a number. I think the number was correct. The livery was not. And then they quickly updated it, and it came out as Crapello, which I think is D9012, later 55012. And that was the 2-rail version, quite easy to get. I do have the plain green one, and I also do have the Crapello. Never did manage to get a St. Paddy, which was D9001. I think it was D9001. Later 55001. was the 3-rail version, actually incredibly difficult to get. Trains, Kits, etc. says, has anybody tried running the iOS app on an Android phone set up with one of the many iOS emulators to see how that goes?
I don't think we have.
I have not.
We're just waiting for the proper Android.
Oh, is this Berry?
So this one's the Flying Scotsman, Lady of Legend and Sentinel Anne. This is from Philip Page. So I know he's a local lad, so perhaps it is from Bury, I don't know.
So there we are, Lady of Legend and Sentinel Anne. And East Lancashire Railway, fear my abilities.
Fear your ability to be able to identify somewhere you've been.
Have we got anything to drink up here? Because I'm starting
I
to
can go and
feathered.
get something, but you will have to stay on the ball because this is a... this video?
We haven't got long left to go.
Okay.
I can probably manage.
I will. What would you like?
Coke, it's in the bedroom.
Okay.
So this looks really nice. And with Zoe gone, we don't get a usual rubbish joke of, oh, it looks
Look at that. The animation's amazing. Look how he's got those people moving.
East Lancs of the railway is actually really great. We were talking earlier on about the shops there. There's one up on the main station building, and then the locomotive has just blocked the view. But there to your left, which would have been behind the loco as the camera was panning, there's a Gov, and it's got a good second-hand model shop in there. I've got a video out where I stood underneath that bridge. We were on a guided tour, and I filmed a locomotive going past. Now, is that a class 104? I'm going to say it's either a 103 or a 104. I'm going to say 104, but that is nice. I do quite like some of these first generation DMUs. Didn't at the time, do now. There we are, there's the Gov. Behind that coach. But, yeah, really nice. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh,
What are you having?
There's another bottle of Coke downstairs.
So that signal box, I've been in that signal box actually. East Lancs Railway, really great. And of course, Bury Bolton Street is sat on a junction. So a lot of interesting movements possible, really complex track work, as you can see there. So that's coming off what would have been the direct to Manchester line. Via Radcliffe, it now just goes down to Buckley Wells Works. There is a connection through onto the Metrolink and then technically onwards to Manchester, but that's only ever used for engineering access onto Metrolink.
That is a smoky train there. Choo choo.
Mike at Putnam Junction. Oh, do we have a latecomer? Gandalf, just paging Dr. Gandalf.
Oh, it's running away from Gandalf. It's gone back.
Hey, look, there's a Gronk.
Gronk it up.
Gronk it up. Gronk it up. Not a cult.
For legal reasons, we must say it's not a cult.
Yes.
Oh, what do we like? So where's the other one? I'm jumping through because...
Oh, apparently it was a class 110. Although, I don't know, 104 says Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, and Jennifer Horton says class 110. So
Jen, what's that?
That's a Sentinel.
Ah.
Oh, that's a bit different. They must have been having a massive gala on, because that's on a little shunting train. So...
That was great to see.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Marin49 says, my Deltic didn't have any numbers applied to it when new. That sounds like somebody messed up at the factory. It should have had numbers, but some of the
That's
ones...
a shiny
It's just
logo.
come out of overhaul, I think.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you get ones which were made not quite right, I have seen GWR 062 tank locomotives which have had the Duchess of Atholl running number applied to them. There's around 5 or 6 that are known to exist and verified, and they're worth an awful lot.
Okay,
Yeah, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath confirms it was a class 104.
I have to say, I cannot find this... I know someone was asking if we got the photo that they sent in. I'm sorry to say I don't. I don't see...
we can't find
it
the
appears like
photo.
I don't.
So if you want to resend that, and hopefully then it'll rock up at the top of the list. We don't know what's happened to it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So,
Raymond Legg says, well-worn buffers. No, they're fine. They're
Jenny! Oh my goodness.
fine.
What is she like, guys?
Yeah. Oh, and we're now on a trip to South Africa. And this is...
Do you want to say that again in not a silly way?
Not trying to do a South African accent and failing. It's like South Africa. No, it's not coming out. South Africa. So this is the Waterkloof HO scale model railway.
From Henry Van Wyck.
The industries on the upper level of my layout is in need of supplies. The steam loco depot needs coal, the mine needs timber, and the power station needs fuel. The Waterloo yard crew has assembled the train and the Class 16 DA is ready to roll.
Whoa, look at that. That is an interesting
I do
looking
like
thing.
that. Wait,
Whoa.
and it's always a pleasure to visit this railway.
Yes.
And it's just because it's on like something like 3 different levels, and
It's
it is massive. So I do like the train ferry there as well.
All those pipes on the side make it look like it's armoured. That's very cool. I like it.
This is really nice.
Flymer1 says, was it in the spam folder? Unfortunately, it wasn't. I have had a look in the spam folder right back to the start of the month, and it wasn't there. But I did find a couple of videos which I have put into the rotation. So I'm glad I did have a look at that. But no, it doesn't seem to be.
Ironhunts Railways asked, what is that steam loco? 16DA, I seem to recall.
I always love seeing this. There's so much going on.
I think they were made by Lima specifically for the South African market. But I could be wrong.
Raymond says, Henry has a lot of classic Lima South African models.
Yeah, I mean,
Iron Horse says, what on earth is that steam loco? I know, it's great, isn't it? I love it.
It's a big Pacific locomotive.
We've got an advert now.
Oh, right,
What
so we're just moving off that. So just give me one moment.
We don't show.
We don't do adverts.
they haven't paid.
Yes.
Go back.
So we're back to the good stuff
Yes,
now.
we don't show the adverts unless they give us cash, because let's face it, YouTube already has enough adverts. Melchester says he's resent the picture. Thank you very much.
Oh, look at that! I like the sky backdrop.
yeah.
There. That works really
It
well.
really does.
Mm.
Peter Jackson says sloping top windscreens. I don't know.
I like the
Very cool. I do like this.
That open gondola at the front is very similar to the one that Thunderbolt Models sent me. And here in the UK, you can get a good range of models to suit South African, Zimbabwean, and such like outline stuff through Thunderbolt Models in Coventry. And again, as we are highlighting the smaller retailers, Thunderbolt Models in the Coventry market is definitely also well worth a look.
Yep. Wobbler says, do you check the other email address used for the channel? Both of them actually go to the same Gmail account. It's just sometimes they don't get sent over from the forwarder, and I don't know why. It just sometimes it decides not to bother.
Yeah, Simon Trains Mother Railway Showcase says there was a South African 009 gauge layout at Stapfold Barn, Turtle Bay.
There was, and it was beautiful.
And we do have footage, although wouldn't it be HOE?
Wait.
Because it's only us contrary types in the UK that really do 00, and hence 009. 009, it just sounds like a less effective spy. One of 007's colleagues. As, 009, do we have to send in 007 again?
Didn't 006 keep getting captured and shot or something?
I know 003 I think was in Octopussy at the start, who was dressed as the clown who got...
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think always
006 was Alec Trevelyan.
Yeah,
GoldenEye. I love that locomotive. That is amazing.
It is nice.
I want to know where it is because it's cool.
I do like all of those.
Yeah.
The rolling stock is really, really interesting.
Right, I'm going to jump on because, if the mouse would work, because this is a 10-minute video. We can't show all of it.
Oh, absolutely. But,
we need to see this bit though.
We need to. Come on, just.
No, I think he's about to go round to it. No, maybe not.
No.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my
Mine
goodness.
switcher brings the empties to the main line.
Yeah, look at
Nice.
that. We're on the middle track there, and then it goes down and up. Wow, there's so much going on here. Oh my goodness, this is so good.
Hmm.
Iron Horse says, I must admit, there's something nice about knowing the track is the right scale for the HO locos and models I have. True.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Right, guys, we've got to jump on.
Right.
We want one more.
Henry Van White says the loco is not Lima, but actually scratch built on a Mehano chassis.
Wow.
I stand corrected, but that is a lovely
That is
locomotive.
amazing. You've done really well. Right, we're going to jump back now. Like I've said, we've put the link into the chat.
We have, but
because,
it's always a
long
pleasure
video.
to have a look at Henry's layout.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
Absolutely. And the final video that we've got time for tonight from Richard Swiderski.
And Trains, Kits, etc. says 001, we don't talk about the first one we trained. He didn't do well.
Agent 009 was the clown.
Right, so was it 003 who was the one at the beginning of View to a Kill, who was found by 007 frozen in the snow?
Could be. There was also, he nicked someone's car in one of the Daniel Craig ones, where he'd come back, I think it's Skyfall, he pinches someone's car and destroys it while he's off on a mission, which he's not supposed to be on.
He destroys everything.
And it wasn't his car.
Never is.
No, it was built specifically for another 00 agent's mission,
Well,
and he just nicked it.
007's car is actually a Bentley. You only ever really see it, and I think it's from Russia with Love, his personal car, and he doesn't really use it much.
007's a bugger.
Out language, Timothy.
So here we go. Look at that. Yeah, it must cost a fortune for adapting all these locomotives for steam here, Richard.
Bedrock _dash says, I sent a picture of a Deltic if you want to see it, Jenny. Absolutely, we'll take a look through. And Raymond Leg says, Mehano makes good locos. And Flymer Chairman 1 reminds us Henry's daughter did a tour of his whole layout. We'll try and find it again.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, if you post a link to that as well, let people know.
John JMC says, my video must not have come through.
We
got
are
a
so far
backlog.
behind. We might have to do a special live stream. Maybe you can do it
I'm
during
thinking
the week.
like a weekend live stream just to get up to date.
We probably need to.
A virtual model railway exhibition. We'll just do it on a weekend.
On the weekend, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm really impressed with some of these that Richard's able to get, because getting so close to these things.
We're getting the stills from the video, and there's no real huge amounts of blurring or anything.
Yeah.
And you don't get that trapezoid effect as well, which is quite nice.
Well, thank you very much. If you press the button, please, Jen.
Okay, next
That
slide.
was great. Thank you so much for sending that in.
Next slide, please. Let's just check to make sure that the video feed is working. Hint, hint. Yes.
So, there we go.
Right, so
John JMC, we have got your video.
do we get that photograph that somebody
I
shared
am
with
looking. I'm looking
It
now.
would have just come in. Is that it? No, is it at the top? At the top there, Bedrock. Oh no, that's the Delta. We can show a photograph, and Christopher Matthews, I think, has also sent one in. So this is the Delta. Oh,
Whoa.
So we're just going to bring this up. Nice. Is that a model? That is actually really well done. Really great use of the like smoke machine effects.
Yeah,
that
that
actually
is
works really
incredible.
well.
That is incredible.
That is actually a really great shot. Thank you for sharing that
Yeah,
with us.
That's great.
I thought that was a real thing for a moment.
To be honest with you, so did I at the start.
Yeah.
But I've got to try and find this photo that I was looking for.
Yeah.
From
So thank you,
Melchester.
Bedrock _dash. And there, that one. There we are. Yes, right. If you bring
Got
this
it now,
up,
yes.
we do have the picture.
There you go.
So there we go. And that's the top I was scanned in as well. So that would have been on the Sunday. I'm not wearing my glasses either, so that's why I look a bit squinty. And,
And
yeah.
you're hoarding 2 models because of course you are.
I was DCC fitting. I just bought a locomotive and I was doing a rough and ready jury fit DCC
I love what
fit.
Craig just said there.
What?
Oh, that Deltic's on fire. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase confirms 003 was the person who was buried in the snow in A View to a Kill.
Right, there you go then.
So actually, we do, in amongst the series, we see 003, 006, 007 and 009.
And the replacement 007 as well. No Time to Die. After Bond's gone, they have another 007 because, of course, they'd fill the gap.
So we'll have another bumper crop next.
Jenny, before we finish and talk about everything else, though, do we have a sponsor?
Yes, we do. The Monday Club comes in association with Roca Prototype Models, where detail, accuracy and value for money go hand in hand. With their debut model of SafePack auto racks wowing model railroaders alike, now is your chance to order these in road names and configurations to accurately reproduce auto rack workings from 1974 to the present day on your model railroad. Order today from rocamodels.com and see the full range for yourself. So, Alex Dent says, "Hi guys, got back from the Model Railway Club." On the intercom. Thanks, Gandalf. Melchester Model Railway says, "That's me." Ben Tillett says, "Great stream tonight, Jenny." And Iron Horse Railway says, "I've seen those auto rack cars models in person. They're absolutely massive. They are lovely models, actually. Maybe next week I'll get them out to run round behind the GG1.
Yeah, let's have a big running session for them. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Like Jen says, we're probably going to do maybe this weekend, maybe a weekend, another weekend. We're going to have like a virtual
next
model.
Monday will be a bank holiday, so we could do it then. But it will have to be normal Monday Club hours on account of the fact that I'm driving to Newton Abbot.
Which is not going to help because we'd have to basically start at the start. I suppose we could intersperse everything.
Yeah,
we could do it that
maybe
way.
we could do an hour, like a full hour, and try and get through
We'll
stuff.
see how we get on.
But we'll see. But look, it's been really great having you guys company. Don't forget to like, share, and get all your friends to subscribe. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers, and it would be so great if we could tip over the 20,000.
Really close to 20,000 subly jubblies.
Yeah, so do please make sure you get all your friends with a YouTube account to subscribe, because I really want a plaque, and we're like nearly 1/5 of the way. Ralph Davies says, "Thanks for the stream, enjoyed it."
Yep.
Jennifer Horton says, "Thank you for the stream tonight, I did enjoy it." Thanks to everyone on the chat too.
You are very welcome. Thanks for coming along, everyone.
We couldn't do this without you guys. You guys take great care of yourself. And
once again, thank you very much
to Gordon Aitken. Probably be watching on catch up. I know a lot of people do watch the Monday Club on catch up.
I mean, look at that,
which
you
is
can get all the
absolutely
bits
fine.
inside as well. It's amazing.
So I'm just gonna prod you. There we go. Is that my alternative soundboard? Oh, the tumble of clowns. One of them's got a trombone.
Why did I get you this thing? Why did I make this thing? I made this. I've made myself in my own personal hell.
And the straggler.
Oh my goodness.
Gwyn
Thank
Reese
you
Davies
so much,
says
guys.
Nightle. Alex Dent says, "Jenny, stop it."
Take
Mouse
care,
Hole
have a
says,
great
"Good night
night.
all, catch you all soon." John JMC says, "Take care all." And John, I promise you we will get your video out next week.
Yes.
So really going to look forward to that. Of course, John JMC is the master of sounds, and certainly if he can't fit sound in it, then it's not worth fitting sound in. I can't believe that you got sound and stay alives into the cabless quarry Hunslets.
He did tell me how he did that.
Yeah, he told me how he did that, and it's very clever. Where the stay alives go, it's a really clever mod. But certainly we'll look forward to showing that video. And it is just, he is. I'm just going to call him the master of the sounds. sounds.
Master of sounds. Iron Horse says, can I start my stream a little earlier? Ooh.
When?
Well, tonight. What? It depends on whether I can get the computer all booted up and set up and everything.
Well, so basically you just go straight downstairs and fire up the Ret Room.
The Retrovator!
The retro...
I know you like the Retro.
The Retrovator resides in the Ret Room.
Oh, I see how this goes. It's like a Matryoshka doll or whatever it was called.
What, the Russian dolls where you open up
the
and
nesting dolls. The Matryoshka,
yeah.
I think it is.
Right. Ooh, look at you knowing all the posh foreign words.
I'm sorry, I lived with a Russian woman for a couple of years and I learned a little bit of Russian.
The thing that always gets me, though, about most people when they speak in foreign languages is they still swear in English.
Not in Russian, you don't. There are so many more options. Oh my goodness, that language is like 50% swear words.
Yeah. Bliert and Zuka are the two that I know.
Okay, guys. Richard Dudowski says, sorry, Jen, who was the sound guy? That was John JMC, wasn't it?
John JMC, aka John Gay, works at Digitrains in Lincoln. And I'll be honest with you, if you want sound fitting to something that's awkward and you want a great job doing, then John JMC is the master of sounds. And John JMC says Master of Sounds better than the Master Baker, I guess.
Sarah Davis says, what was Peter Kay's monster Doctor Who called? That would be the Absorbaloff.
The Absorbaloff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, not Absorbaloff. Azorbaloff.
Okay, well, anyway.
He absorbs people.
I have to go to bed because I've got to get up early in the morning for work. So until next time, don't forget that on Wednesday we have got our video from Statford Barn showing you all of the layouts. We've got a lot of great footage. And we also rode on the train as well. We've got a little bit of footage from that.
Not a huge amount, but
we'll use some of last year's footage. And
yes, and if we don't tell you, you won't know. So hang on.
No, you'll go, hold on, it was raining a moment ago and now it's a bright sunny day.
Yes, that's April for you.
But until next time, then this is me, Jenny Kirk, and the Cobber Monkey saying take care, bye for now. Bye-bye. And also Friday, we're going to be doing a full-on review and building of a Warworld Scenics locomotive storage unit. So stay tuned for that. But until next time, you take great care of yourself. Bye for now.
Now reporting is the 2107 service to Noisy Horn, stopping at Grove Street Yard, Mineth Tatis, Tatis Newith, the unnamed layout, Bolton Trinity Road, Pennsylvania somehow. We might even have a stop at Eindhoven and then on to Noisy Horn. That's the 2107 service to Noisy Horn.
Did you say Mineth?
And I mentioned Mineth Tatis.
All right.
You weren't listening. You never listen to me.
Of course I don't.
You're horrible. You're horrible to me. Jenny, she likes the trains, it's true. She likes locos, whether they're green or blue. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was is gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Glow. Good night. Are you trying to do the Bond theme on that?
Take care, everyone. Good night.